Good morning.
Good morning, Manila.
How are you doing?
We are fine, thank you, Manila. And how are you?
Are you happy this morning?
Yes.
Let me see if I can show hands. Who is happy this morning? Do you want to know our visitors?
Yes.
Big spirits and positive attitudes. But that's the second thing you notice when you enter one of the world's slum communities. The first thing you notice is overwhelming when your senses are instantly put to the test. We think we understand the concept of an impoverished, developing community until you have to walk down a path filled with garbage, decaying animals, and contaminated waters. There are no garbage men here. You throw your garbage into a pile and it just lives there. And you live next to it in your 8x8 home made of recycled materials, allowing toxic fumes to enter the air, into your nose, clouding your lungs. Yet the beautiful people are walking through these paths as if they were in what we would call normal circumstances, with smiles on their faces and love in their heart. That's the moment when your earlier senses get erased. Love is now the overwhelming sense. Love destroys the smells, the dirt, and the dust. Love outshines the very definition of poverty. This video isn't meant to show you an impoverished community. It's to show you what love looks like in its boldest forms, and how we as humans have a responsibility to use love to improve substandard situations. Welcome to Kibera. This is our story.
Physically, driving into Kibera was insane because breathing became a little bit irregular. My senses were completely attacked by something I wasn't used to having inside and around me, like just the smells of whether it was burning trash, in my first experience, tear gas, waste. But it's a life in Kibera. Like the way that they do things would shock and appall you, because your first thought is like, why would they do that on purpose? When in their eyes or in their situation, it's just normal, or it's the safest thing to do depending on what you're looking at. Keeping the child off the streets. It felt strange because I automatically had to question what I thought and what I saw and what was right compared to what had to be, and what just is in a situation like living in the slums in Kibera. Once you get past the irregular things that there is to see and that there is to experience with your senses in Kibera, you easily see how beautiful life could be when you can instantly see how humans could, or rather should, interact with each other. Like when we walked through those gates to get into the school that day, there was nothing but an overwhelming tidal wave of joy and just love. Like the kids emanated the kind of love that you receive from your relatives walking into a huge family barbecue or something like that. Like they've seen you before. Knowing Kibera is knowing the beauty of life and the truth of survival.
I learned that there's a lot of poverty in Kibera. That's the first thing you notice when you get there. Obviously, that's, you can't avoid it. But what I learned the most is that there's a lot of hope in Kibera, a lot of joy in Kibera still. I think there's opportunity there. I think there is aspirations there, there's goals there, there's dreams there still, which is hard to imagine when you go there and you see sewage, you see water, you see 15 people living in an 8x5. But you go there, you talk to the kids, and they're still, I want to be an engineer, I want to come back and help the community. I want to be a brain surgeon so I can come back and help the community. I want to learn English so I can come to New York. They still have dreams, they still have goals, which are totally attainable to them, and they have no reason to doubt that. Favorite part was definitely talking to the kids, interacting with the kids, and we got a chance to sit down with them and interview them and get to know them in more detail. And they're just like every other normal kid.
Is it hard to live in
Kibera?
It's very hard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because most of the people fight, some houses are burnt.
Yeah.
If sometimes the houses are being taken off, they want to build some road.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And they just knock the house down and they build a road. They don't care.
Yeah. It's not okay for me.
Yeah, of course. It's not okay for me either. Yeah. But how do you like growing up in Kibera? Is it hard?
It's not hard.
No?
It's not hard, but sometimes it can be hard. When you go and fetch water, sometimes the water gets lost, so you should search for the water.
Okay.
But when there is water, you
It's
can
fine?
live on. Yes, it's
Yeah?
fine.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that through our help there and through our trips there, we can instill that dream in them and make it real for them, and let them know that yes, you can make this happen, because we're here, we have dreams, we're making this happen for ourselves, and we want to give this to you because you can do it too.